Hey guys, this is hopefully going to be a really quick video. I just wanted to show this My Arcade Micro Player Retro Arcade. It's like, what do I even call this thing? Is it the My Arcade DigDug? Is it the Micro Player DigDug? Or is it the Retro Arcade DigDug? My Arcade DigDug. Thoughts on these things? Honestly, not really worth buying. This one in particular, anyways. It kind of sits in a weird spot where it's playable. It's big enough to be playable, but it doesn't really. It's not really a replica of the actual DigDug arcade machines. It's a very generic shell, and you know the marquee doesn't light up. You know this thing is something that you would buy knowing that it's kind of a gimmick. And I think if you're gonna go all out, you would go kind of one of two ways. You'd go with one that's like a really accurate high-end replica, or you'd go one that's like full-out gimmick, like those little mini ones that are like keychains. They're about the same price as these ones, and I think as a gimmick, I actually like those ones better because the proportions are more proper to like a real arcade machine. They kind of look more like a real arcade machine, and they actually have like a vertically orientated screen. This one's like a 4x3, which doesn't make sense for these old arcade games. My assumption is this is the NES ROM version of DigDug and not the arcade version. But anyways, the My Arcade runs off 4 AA batteries. It's also got a micro USB, so you can just power it off like a 5-volt phone charger. It's got a speaker built in. There's a volume control on the back. It's got, I think, it's got like off, low, medium, and high for the volume. It's not super finite adjustment, but I usually just leave it on medium. There's oddly enough a headphone jack on the back of it with the volume. And then the coin box is the power button. So you press that and it powers up. The coin box does light up, but again the marquee doesn't. And then the screen is okay. I mean, for a cheap toy, it's a color screen. The viewing angles are pretty terrible. But I mean, really, what do you expect? Again, it's 4x3 and it's not like in a vertical orientation. That's maybe the biggest issue, but like I said, it is very playable. It's got this joystick on here. You can actually unscrew that and use it like a D-pad. Yeah, so let's hit start. Hopefully the screen looks okay in the video. Again, the volume there is on like low or medium. Can't remember, but it does get louder. I'm not necessarily very good at DigDug, but it's fun nonetheless. Yeah, see, like wow, that's terrible. But anyways, it plays fine. I mean, like I said, I think that's the NES ROM, and I mean for what it is, it plays fine. I don't notice any lag or stutter. The buttons are actually really responsive. Actually, the buttons feel nice on it. The D-pad works well. Again, it's got this little metal, little arcade stick that screws into the D-pad. So again, it's playable. So it's less of a gimmick in that regards. It's not a replica, but it's playable. Yeah, it's okay.